Hi guys, Christmas39 here, and sort of as the title suggests, today I'll be going over my thoughts and doing an analysis of the Splatoon 3 trailer from the Direct the other day, and yeah, and also going over this whole document as well. Um, and yeah, so we'll start with the trailer and make our way through. Let me just do one thing here on my end. So I can actually see chat while I'm doing this. Come on, of course, this is just taking forever. That's great. I guess we'll just. Jesus, why is this just. I really should have done this before, but of course I didn't. 1 second. Alright, here we go. Got it. Okay, now we will get into this. Yeah, alright. So sort of, I guess starting off, we can see a new stage, I believe. Yeah. Some new I'll go into more details of the document, but we got some new specials so far. We actually got Museum di Ofandio back, which was a stage from Splatoon 1. And this special I'm actually very excited about, I must say. If I can actually go back here. I feel like this can be very useful for a weapon like the Octobrush that, I main. Just basically just because of how limited it is in range. That's why I'm very excited about that one. Be very disappointed if that's not a special for any Octobrush we get. So I know when I first saw this bit, I'm like, is that fur? Am I just going insane? But as we'll sort of get into it, is. And then, I mean, really everything looks great so far in part of the trailer. And the weird stuff with that. Got Callie and Marie. I believe we're going to get to an interesting part. This part. Now, I haven't actually gone over this a bit in like slow motion, but I'm like pretty sure that this is DJ Octavio, even though I haven't really slowed this a bit down. I'm just going to mute it just so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, even though that's not really a great frame to look at that at, which I don't know. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen this mech thing before, so that's definitely interesting. And sort of on that same sort of token, we haven't really seen any snow in the Splatoon world yet, because sort of we presumably we haven't seen any rain really either, so for obvious reasons, and yeah. So, I might want to go to that document. I'm sort of going to skip all the stuff about the story mode for now, and then, because I sort of want to get into the stages and specials and all that first. Actually, let me zoom in so you can, like, actually see what I'm looking at. Yeah, so, the new stage we saw is, I guess, Eel Tail Alley. Yeah, we can sort of get some better. You don't really get. This is really probably the best look of it we get from these photos. Probably the better looks were from the actual trailer. Actually, let me go back all the way there. You can sort of see the, actually, you can sort of see some more of the layout that this photo doesn't really give you. This is more of an aerial, but we could sort of see if we can try and just, yeah. This is sort of the best look we get, even though it's not really, you can sort of see sort of the starting area and the other side. You see more of the full stage, actually. It seems to have like raised bits here and there, but like nothing, not like that vertical of a stage. But we did get Museum di Alfonso. I haven't really looked to see how different the layout is or isn't that much, but really as far as I could tell from the trailer, it didn't look like too different to me. But then again, I haven't played Splatoon and Splatoon 1 in a long time. But the looks we sort of got, nothing really screamed out at me as being like too different. Because you still have this platform at this, was that there? I honestly don't remember. I know we definitely had this platform here, and this platform, and this platform. That I definitely remember. I want to say this is here, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, because I definitely remember having these bits by the side that are a little more open. So nothing really screams as too different from me in terms of the stage. And then there's more talk about Scorched Gorge, which we've seen in the first trailer. I don't. It's actually sort of a good view of things a little bit. And I guess that really goes into the specials, really. So we had the. Actually, let's go to the video here. Where's the bit? Are we? Here we are. We can sort of see the crab tank, and it's shooting shots, sort of rolling around. The this bit also mentions you can attack with a powerful rapid-fire gun and cannon, which I believe we've only seen the cannon. I think there's. I want to say that's sort of the rapid-fire cannon, as far as I can tell. And I know that when I sort of saw this, I wasn't entirely like in the trailer. This sort of looks like a force field of sorts. But so it's called the Big Bubbler. It doesn't. Yeah, so I guess it sort of is essentially like a force field bubble, essentially. Which, you know, I guess like depending on the weapon or I guess the game mode you're doing, it could be useful. I like, as you know, as someone who uses a brush fairly often, this doesn't seem particularly helpful. But I think for the right weapon in the right stage, it could work. It could work well. So then, I believe, in a second here, we have the Zip Caster, which, sort of as I said, I'm very excited about. And this actually screenshot gives us a look of the sort of the Inkling form and the Octoling form up here of the Zipcaster, which is interesting. I mean, it's definitely pretty good for, I guess, a stage like Museum di Alfonso, which has a lot of it's a lot of height to it, I guess, and it's not like a lot of height like Moray Towers was, but you know there's ways to get up there. I do wonder if this has like a range limit though, because I could like feel like this could be potentially broken if it doesn't. Um, and I like if like modes like I mean like especially like in a game mode like Rainmaker. Um, Actually, I think with Rainmaker that you can't really while holding the Rainmaker you can't really use specials. So I guess that really doesn't make much sense anyway. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, and I don't believe we saw this in this trailer, but there's also we have the Trizuka that we saw in the first one. Um, sort of tell us that it fires 3 shots, and of course there's a modified Inkzuka, and then we have the Killer Whale 5.1, which I don't think we've actually seen in any of the trailers, unless I'm just misremembering things, which is possible. Um, it really just looks like floating mini killer whales. I'm not sure like if it's just stagnant or I'd imagine you can aim these to some extent, but it does kind of look like these are all at sort of like different angles, like especially this one here. Um, um, so as you may have guessed, they're definitely the one I'm excited for the most. It's a Zipcaster. Um, um, yeah, I mean, I think I think I'd probably say that. I still like the other specials. I just think like I've been saying, someone who's an Octoverse, I feel like that's probably a more interesting special for that type of weapon. Um, and I do want to actually go back to the top of this. I did sort of skip all the story mode stuff from this, so let's go back here. You get the sort of I guess art for it here. Um, interest. Um, let's see. I mean, an interesting bit is that I guess Agent 3, which we'll get into in a bit, actually has 2 different outfits, interestingly. Um, one is more of like this outfit with the bottle, and one is more something akin to, I guess, Agent 4's suit from Splatoon 2. Um, and then we have, I guess, the furry octolings, I guess. Um, and we have a lot of like cool environments. Like I'd say like this one is definitely one of them, and I think the snow one is just I think I find interesting just because we haven't really seen anything like it, like besides like the actual structures you can see, like the actual like environment is very different from what we've seen in the Splatoon series so far. Um, and then we have this weird furry ink goo, whatever you want to call it. It does say it is found in the snowy area that's called Alterna. Um, it does look like you sort of, I guess, get fur while coming in contact with it. But interestingly, I'm pretty sure this is a video, so I'm not sure why it's not loading. But Smalfry can apparently, I guess, dispose of it. Let's see if I can refresh this to actually get the videos to work. Where is it? Here we go. We can sort of see that here. Interesting. It sort of actually leads me to another thing. I found this video that sort of reverses a bit of the audio towards the end. And if you listen to this, it sort of does sound like the sounds from Grizzco. So, perhaps that's the wrong tap. Perhaps there's a connection there. I mean, we don't really know what happened to Grizzco and by extension Salmon Run yet. If even Salmon Run is going to return, who knows? Um, and interest and with the new Squid Beak Splatoon, um, you know, it seems like Captain Cuttlefish essentially retired, and Agent 3 took his place. Um, which is, um, and sort of as I was saying earlier, it looks like they sort of like I guess reset the agent count to some extent because you know because this is the story mode including referred to the new Agent 3, so it seems like it sort of reset itself, has sort of reset to some extent. Um, and the trailer and the this document don't really talk about like what happened to Agent 4, Agent 8, Pearl and Marina. We just don't really know yet. Um, let's go back through all of this. Um, there is of course this isn't here, so now I have to refresh it again. Here. There is this sort of demo version of this clickbait song. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure I missed things. I mean, I don't like usually do these type of things, do analysis like this. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I missed something. Um, actually, and sort of, I guess what this would be, this sort of album art. It does sort of look like. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna track that. Um, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we didn't get the, I guess, release date for Splatoon 3 yet. I mean, besides 2020. Actually, I feel like there was more after. Let me. After this Splatoon. Let's see if I can get this, find it. I know it was like towards the end somewhere. Let's see. What? Is this like an actual? Okay, I don't know why this is being weird then. Yeah, Mart. Here we go. We can get to the end of this. We do have this bit of the direct as well.
I'm a researcher from the Squid Research Lab. I've been meticulously studying the mysterious
I don't really remember any details from this that I just forgot, which is possible.
Was the latest research footage from Splatoon 3. Allow me to share a bit of what we know so far. Splatoon 3 takes place in Splatsville. It's known
Okay, so we do have a name for, I guess.
Centered around Splatsville.
It's the central city or town.
A place long inhabited by advanced sea creatures such as squids and octopuses. Buildings spanning several generations are crammed into the city, creating its distinctive culture. In the Splatlands, turf war appears to be a popular activity. Its basic rules are unchanged. 2 4-player teams compete against each other to ink the most area.
Okay.
However, the trend seems to have undergone a major shift, with the existence of new main and special weapons confirmed
I feel
in
like
the footage.
it's obvious.
In the latter portion of the footage, we were able to observe activities from Story Mode, the single-player campaign.
Return of the Mammalians.
Meaning the reappearance of mammals appears to be the theme of Story Mode this time around. What could this possibly mean in a world where all mammals, except for 2 cats, have vanished? It appears that there's still a lot to uncover.
Okay, don't forget. Okay,
We'll
I didn't
continue
really,
with our research
wasn't sure if this
and
would have
keep you
anything
updated
new,
once more
but
results become available.
okay. I think I was thinking there. Actually, did remember one thing. I don't know. Let's see if I can find it here. We do sort of see like a new weapon. It may not. I'm not sure if that's just like the new hero shot or like that does kind of look like a blaster to me, a little bit, but you know it could just be the new hero shot as well. Um, but yeah, I think that's really everything. I mean, at least what I said, I'm sure missed some things here and there. Um, but still, like I'm still very excited for this. Like, I'm sort of expecting Splatoon 3 to direct at some point, whether that's the next one or what. But yeah, that sort of rounded off my thoughts really, and it's sort of my analysis of all this. Um, I mean, I do wonder. So I think I sort of said this a little bit earlier. Um, is sort of Salmon going to return in some capacity, or is it going to be replaced by a new game mode that we have no idea about? I could potentially see both. It sort of depends on, I guess, how this, I guess, sort of the next stage is from Salmon Run, how that played out with Mr. Grizz and everything. I mean, sort of as I sort of showed. I mean, it's possible there's some connection between, I guess with the I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Mammalians. I'm sure. There might be a connection there, and that's why Salmon Run doesn't return. But who knows? I mean, I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Yeah. Yeah, so I believe that really rounds things off there for me. Um, Super excited to sort of see the new specials. All seem um, very interesting, especially sort of the new ones in the crab tank, um, um, and the zipcaster. I mean, especially the zipcaster, as I've sort of said at this point. Yeah. I believe that really rounds it off at this point. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to react to this direct when it came out, since I actually had a conflict with college. There wasn't really much I could do about it. And yeah, so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the stream, or I guess recording if you're watching this after the fact. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.